9 years ago, I saw death in a dog's eyes. Scooby had been rescued from dogfighters, but his spirit seemed trapped in that dark room. He had been forced to live with people who engaged in dogfighting for a long time. His former owner had chained him up in a dark place, depriving him of sunlight. Even after he was rescued, he had to wait over a year at a shelter because his owner's case was still ongoing. This wait deepened his trauma. When I first heard his painful story, I was scared, to be honest. I spent nights wondering, could he be aggressive because of his trauma? Everyone around me expressed similar concerns, but my conscience kept asking a different question. What if he really deserves a chance? I was torn for days, unable to sleep. Finally, the voice inside me won, and I made my decision. No matter what it took, I would give him a new life. Because I truly believe that animals always deserve a second chance. Their cruelty is our failure. They are not born that way. As soon as the case was settled, I adopted Scooby. When we first met, there was literally death in his eyes. He had completely disconnected from the world, as if he had no soul. He lived in a state of terror, terrified of everything human. He had closed himself off so tightly that it was as if he were hiding inside a thick, invisible shell. He never looked at me, never made eye contact. He would sit frozen in the corner of the house for hours on end. When I tried to approach him, he would panic and tremble, retreating further into himself. The first 2 years were a real struggle. Every day I fought patiently to connect with him and gain his trust. I was patient and continued to believe in him without losing hope. My only goal was to help him forget the terrible things he had experienced. We created a special safe space for him in our home. At first, he wouldn't take a single step outside of that space. But the most surprising thing was that Scooby didn't make a sound for months. He didn't bark, growl, or even whimper. It was as if his voice had been completely silenced. This silence broke my heart every day. He had probably been severely punished in the past when he made a sound. That's why he had stopped talking. I had to patiently prove to him that it was safe to make a sound again. This difficult process took months. Whenever he made the slightest sound, I encouraged him enthusiastically and rewarded him patiently, just to make him feel safe. Slowly, very slowly but steadily, he began to use his voice again. Today, he barks occasionally. Not very often, of course, but those rare and precious moments when I hear his voice fill me with joy. I spent years working hard to help Scooby. Unfortunately, people around us still don't see him as a normal dog. But that really doesn't matter. After all the painful things he's been through, the fact that he's still standing, still alive, is a real miracle. That alone makes him extraordinary in my eyes. 9 long years have passed. He now trusts me completely. He barks with joy. He runs happily in the garden. Seeing him this happy is the greatest reward in the world for me. We go swimming together. We take long walks. I am grateful that I can touch his life and give him a better life. And there is no longer death in his eyes. There is life.